This is Dave from Soggy Bottom Pottery, and the reason I'm making this video is because I goofed up. Yep, I went to fire my kiln and do a bisque load, and instead of putting in cone 04, I goofed up, blanked out, put in cone 6, and as you know, that's way over firing the load for your ware for a bisque. And so I didn't know what to do, and I checked YouTube, which is a go-to for me. A lot of information out there on pottery. Could not find any advice. Checked all kinds of forums. Found a lot of schizophrenic information. Everything from, yeah, don't do that. Everything will just throw it all away. If you try to glaze it or refire it, everything will explode or crack off or ruin your kiln. And finally I found a little forum on Ceramics Arts Daily, and it just said, you know, if you can get the glaze to stick, you're going to be fine. And they suggested heating up my pots in the microwave so they were warm, and when you applied the glazes, they can suck the wick away the moisture and actually get your glazes to adhere to the pot. And what I did was I use two different kinds of glazes. I have homemade glazes that I use, and those I dip. And I also use some commercial glazes. Potter's Choice is the ones that I like. They give a high fire look, brilliant colors. They're stable all around, great stuff. And I decided to use some of my brush-on glazes because I'd have a better chance of getting them to stick. So I turned on a fan. I would brush on a coat on all my pots. By the time I got through them, I would come back and be ready for a second coat. I would try it again and put on as many coats. It took a long time because you're brushing on the glazes, but put on as many coats as I'd normally put, 4 to 5 coats. Fired away. Actually, I didn't just fire away. I went and I tried to fire them in a digital kiln the next time. And last I had looked at that kiln, it was about 1850 degrees. And it was running strong, came in the next morning, and something happened that night. There was an error message. The kiln had misfired and underfired. Came in, the glazes were only half melted onto my pots. So I took them all for a third time, crammed them into a regular old citter kiln, and fired again as normal. And you know, they came out great. If you look, I mean, this is Albany Slip Brown. Came out pretty much how they should. You know, I usually go a little bit darker with that, like this one. You know, but came out like it should. Chun's Plum. You look at it, it's Chun's Plum. The Rutile Blue came out great. This is Iron. Came out like it should. The Potter's Choice that didn't come out would be Lustrous Textured Turquoise. That's what that is, and it came out more like a spearmint, which is, it's fine. The ones that I didn't have luck with is this. I used a couple Amico glazes. I used this is supposed to be melon, and it came out more like safety orange. I don't like that. This is supposed to be lavender. Inside it came out more like dark purple. I don't like mixing, you know, these earth tones with these primary colors. It's just not doing it for me. But other than that, I mean, all the Potter's Choice glazes came out great, no blemishes. You can tell what they are. So if this ever happens to you, don't throw your ware away. What I would do again is bust out a little fan, get yourself some brush-on glazes if you like the primary colors. There's certainly a lot of them out there. If you like the earth tone look, I highly recommend Potter's Choice. Love that stuff. Apply as normal and fire away as normal and see what happens. Definitely would not throw anything away. Nothing slid off the pot. No cracks. No pits in the glaze. So I hope this helps in some way and saves somebody a couple days of looking. So take care.